Good day to you. My name is Maria Kondzielska and this is Poland Daily Culture. Climbing mountains in winter is part of Polish culture. And here with us is Oswald Rodrigo Pereira, a filmmaker, but also a person who has seen the history, because he was the part of the group which tried to reach the summit of K2 this winter. Oswald, thank you very much for being here with us.
Hello, I'm happy to be here.
And there was a group of international climbers this year trying to reach the summit of K2, and your mountaineering feat was accomplished by a group of Nepalese climbers who were able to do this historical thing. So put a first human feet on the top of K2 in winter. Tell us why, in your opinion, they succeeded.
I think these climbers, first of all, they worked together as a very strong team, and you could see that they were like a family. And as you can imagine, and probably some of the viewers already heard in the history, Sherpas were usually responsible to help commercial clients to reach the summit of mountains of 8,000ers. But this year they decided that they wanted to make history, so that's why a group of Nepalese climbers, they decided, okay, they will try K2 in winter. But they had, I think, an attitude that from the first day you could say that they are not there to try, they are there to summit it. And basically, I think they were like from another league, from another world. Some people probably know that better than me, but Sherpas usually are born at some altitude. They work since teenagers in a high altitude environment. They are very strong, but usually they were like, let's say, second row players, because they would be somehow in the shadow of the international climbers. But this time, I think, and it's an important message, they were the first role actors. So when they left to try the summit push, all of us, we thought that it will be just another rotation, that they want to gain altitude, because we saw that on the fourth day or fifth day of this rotation, the weather would break and it would be a bad weather for one day. But I think somehow probably they had another weather forecast, but also maybe they took their chance, so they decided to stay there in Camp 3, and next day they reached the summit. So basically, I think it was a little bit made of luck, but especially teamwork and the strongest climbers in the world united in one task to be there, and also the images that were shared on all of the world of these climbers waiting for each other, uniting, holding hands, singing the national anthem and reaching summit as a team. I think it was beautiful, and I think the whole nation is proud of them. And this is an achievement that we will talk for years about this.
And you, as a part of the team, as also the part of this exhibition, you've seen and you met Nirmal Purja, as I understand, the leader of the Nepalese climbers. What kind of person was he in your personal contact?
First of all, he's a very open person, and as maybe some of the viewers know, he used to be in the special forces in UK. So he has like professional background from being part of this military group, and because of that, also he has a very strong condition. He's a very strong person, but also I could see from the first day that he's a very strong leader. And as you can imagine, usually even in a very good team, you need someone that is a leader, that is like pushing everyone to make the impossible. And also, I'm in touch with Nims, and usually, if you observe him on social media, he's a very powerful person in his messages. I think he's a big motivation. And for me, even before going there, I was curious to meet him in person because I knew that he was already a legend because he did all the 14,000ers in 189 days, if I'm not mistaken. So I knew that he's a superhuman, but also as a person, he's very open. And we talked in the base camp, we drank coffee together, we had some laughs and jokes. So he's a person, but as you can see, summiting, he was the only person that summited K2 in winter without oxygen, makes him maybe superhuman. Inside of us, we all have hearts. We all are built in the same way, so we are all humans. But some people just probably can move the boundaries of their possibilities far beyond what's our imagination showing.
So just to make it clear for our viewers who are like me not very familiar with the conditions of Himalayas climbing, how long did it take them to reach the summit, and why the rest of the group, I would say, didn't follow them? Because as I understand, if you have has a group like this, some others would just, I would say, mimic there or just join them. So how long did it take them to reach the summit from the base camp?
If I'm not mistaken, it was a whole week going up and down. So I think they left on Monday and reached the summit after 5 days. I would need to confirm like on the week agenda, but for sure it was on 16th of January. And just for you to see how fast they are, two of the Nepalese climbers that were on the summit, on the same night, they went straight down to the base camp. So I think in less than, maybe in 12 hours, they did all the way from the summit of K2 to the base camp. At 7:30, they were for breakfast in base camp, which is, it's even impossible to make it. And you ask why all the remaining group didn't follow them. First of all, I think we were not acclimatized enough, and of course, every person reacts in a different way to altitude, but those Nepalese climbers, they climbed a couple of 8,000ers per year. So basically they are acclimatized all the time. They are super strong. So they had chances. Like, it was too early for us in mid of January to follow them. But another thing is also that we saw that the weather was supposed to be worse on one of those days, and everyone wanted to go down to base camp before weather gets worse. But as I mentioned before, they took their chance, they stayed there, and they continued, and that made it possible for them to reach the summit. But also I spoke with some Polish legends of climbing, of winter climbing, and they said that weather window like the Nepalese climbers had this year, a weather like this so long didn't happen in probably last 15 years. So a part of being strong, they were a little bit lucky with the weather, but at the end of the day, it's like no matter the weather or the conditions, it's you that need to make this effort and reach the summit. So I could say that if someone was about to reach the summit, it were the Nepalese climbers, and I'm happy they did it. I'm happy I was there to witness this part of history.
And the summit was reached. Oswald, I'm so jealous of you that you have seen all of this with your own eyes. I would say you have stories for your grandkids already, just to pass such kind of thing to them. Thank you very much for telling this story to us. And I would say that imagination of me and of all the viewers of Poland Daily is going wild right now. And thank you for watching Poland Daily Culture.